EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Huard up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Completes it downfield to Kirk. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Working quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch. So give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. That play good for 17 and a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. The inside give to Dowdle. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one. Exactly
the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Dowdle has the Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now throw to start the drive. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. It's not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
They send a man in motion. Throwing again on 2nd. That's him on the quick hitter. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of the gain of 8, 3rd down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Motioning left is their running back. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early. Put a fear of God into this defense.
Morton Anderson to
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This will end up as a touchback.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. They go play action with Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
79 Broncos.
Pass play on 1st and goal. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite. But it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, come on.
Setting up to throw. Completed to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. So this one on the defense. We got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the gun, Stroud. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Oh, right. 18.
Stroud from the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
All right.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Caught, nice game left side. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take a field goal lead in our opening quarter.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
The score, Texans 14, Eagles 10. Adam Vinatieri sets
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Steady! Steady!
They'll start on the ground. Gallup. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Ready, ready!
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38.
Ready!
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Get it!
Looking to throw again on second down. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go! 18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger!
They'll air it out on 3rd. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40.
The Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. He gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down throw by Stroud. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Just a yard left to go on second down. From the gun, on for Dowdle. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
On the quick, right?
To the air, Stroud. Into traffic, complete. And there's a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. This is Dowdle on second down. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it first and goal.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Broad pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on second down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And you couldn't do it on that one.
Stroud. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, third and goal.
Out to the right. 18. What's that? Hey, uno. Hey, south. Tonight.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
19 Lions. 60 back. Go.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
The Eagles make it a one-score game in the first half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bucky. Tony. Hey, Uno Mars. 19 Texans.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Oh, right. 18.
Stroud off of play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to line that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
Pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Dallas straight up the middle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Will Anderson on the tackle.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Ready? Cougar 19. Cut 19.
Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Dragon 6. Here we go. Cut. Panther 11.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Oh, right. 18. What's up?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's going to try another deep one here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. It's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Stroud now. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to be just one step away from that 1st down. They haul him down near the 31.
A gain of 9.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 39.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Hawk 70.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Airing it out to start this drive. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and two straight incompletions. It made this third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw here, third down. Has a man on target to Johnson. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life. Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for second down. Sticking to the air here. Catch is made in close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles push their lead to 3.
Texans 21. Morton Anderson to kick off.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
All right. 18. Let the hot. Motion.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here we go. Let's go. Next.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So through some pretty blatant interference, he found a way to make the catch for the first down, Brock, and they can decline that penalty.
You know what you don't find in the NFL, Kate? You don't find receivers that aren't hungry. When that ball's in the air, they want to eat, and they will fight, and they will scratch, and they will claw through contact to make sure they get their touches.
And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Here we go.
Again, Stroud. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. And I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
18 Cardinals.
He's back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. One last play before the break. Running back sent in motion. Drawing up the design keeper. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Adam Vinatieri set.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10.
Let's go. 7 Pirates, 70 Lions.
They'll throw to start the drive. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Got it. Ready?
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Ready.
Pass play on first and 10. Little off centers, man, just couldn't adjust to it. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
He's going to throw again on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
On the set. Let's go now. Go.
On the draw, it's Dowdle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face second down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Texans 24. Morton Anderson to
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
They're on the 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. There's the give to Dowdle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Stroud from the pistol. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Gain of 6.
They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. Works his way to the 35. And he gets this one down to the 27. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
All right.
They go with Dowdle on the run. They cobble together a yard there. In on a stop, and that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. There's Dowdle again. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
All right. 18. What's that?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's caught. This is Kirk. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
6 yards.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
From the red zone now. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans bring it back to even. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
run with Dowdle. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Dragon 60.
Back now, pressure coming. Short pass brought in. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Now it's Dowdle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
He's brought down.
It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. First down from the 42.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready,
Trying to throw this from the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Got it. Ready?
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Let's go.
Looking to throw here. Able to find Ertz. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Ready.
On the ground, Dowdle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, a 2-yard run on 1st down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. Getting out to his left. And he can escape no longer. They roll over and bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
It's caught right side by Johnson, and he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Back to throw. Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On the quick, right?
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And the Eagles have it.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
First and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Eagles holding on to a field goal lead.
Ready, set.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. Go.
He's going to throw this one. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They're going to pass it here. Dumped off to his running back. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
Well, the timing on that screen pass, it was all a mess from the very beginning. By the time he finally got the pass to the running back, well, there was no place to go.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I'm not going to lie, when he dropped back to pass, I was surprised they were willing to put it in the air. But how about this defense? They weren't surprised, and now they give their offense a chance to go win it.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And it sets up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. It could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run it. Run it.
First and 10 from the 32. Here's Dowdle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Are they the ground again with Dowdle. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here we go. Set. Let go.
3rd down run with Dowdle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. This is the type